This is the film I shall be reviewing for you. And who would have thought a teddy bear can actually be scary? Today we are reviewing Imaginary. We went, Chelsea and I, to see a premiere on Friday, and I personally, yeah, I like the film. While you can't really take it seriously as you said, as a typical horror film, because at the beginning when you start watching it, it just ticks the boxes, right? You start to watch it and it's like, oh, there you go again. So we do have a haunted house, tick. Scary basement, tick. Two little girls, tick. There you go. Like we've seen like 100 times. Like, how many times can you see the same thing over and over again? So then, exactly. But then there is a twist, and there is something different about this film. So this little girl, she has an imaginary friend called Chansey. No, it's not. It's not Chelsea. It's Chansey. That was a boy. I mean, I guess the bear was a boy and you were a girl, so it's a similar name. Yeah, apparently it's normal. Even up to the age of 12, it is normal to have imaginary friends. And, they are usually good and helpful, and the research has shown that it helps children with their emotional recognition, it helps them with social cognition, coping strategies, and it boosts their creativity. Another benefit of having imaginary friends is that it helps to overcome loneliness, helps to manage their emotions better. They have someone to play with, and it just gives them someone to explore their ideas with. So in general, it boosts creativity of the children, and usually it is a very, very good sign. But things also in real life can go wrong. Some of the imaginary friends are negative, and they can be a cause of fear in children. And that's exactly what happens in the film. So suddenly this little girl is experiencing a huge distress because this Chansey Bear is telling her to do bad things. And then they call in a psychiatrist, and she gets scared, things go wrong. Says that the whole reason why this girl is not dealing is because her mother, or her stepmother, is developing such a strong connection, is projecting her own trauma and problems into a little girl. So what they are experiencing is the same thing. Now you as a viewer, you have a choice. I chose to take it as a fun little twist and just go with the flow and take it more as a fantasy film rather than horror. And I enjoyed it for that reason. But no, Chelsea, you want it to be a proper scary horror film, and that's why you were disappointed, and you were one of those people who scored 4.9 of IMDb. I mean, that's my take, because you are very offended about how the imaginary friends were shown for some reason. For me, I mean, it doesn't really bother me, but I think it would have taken a more interesting turn have they went into a realistic explanation. If you develop some dissociative disorders, so like schizophrenia, in an adult life, you are much more likely to have imaginary friend as a child. And if have they went in that direction and explored that topic to play a little bit more on one's mind and psyche, I think that would have made exactly a much. Okay, you don't have to agree on this, but I think it would have made a much better film. No, you're confusing me right now. Thanks. Entity, yes, it is a whole evil entity. And that is like, okay, let's just roll with it. So, for that reason, I thought there was a nice, clever twist to the film, and as a bit of an abstract take, fantasy genre, yeah, it was fun. It was fun to watch. I have wished that this whole topic of imaginary friend was explored a little bit deeper and taken a bit more seriously, because as I've said, I personally don't think there is anything wrong with having imaginary friend. I mean, yeah, I never had one. I don't know about you, Chelsea. No, didn't. So see, there's still 35% of people who actually didn't have imaginary friends. And also, I've tried to find some research whether adults do tend to have imaginary friends, but then usually up till the age of 12 it stops, right? And if it carries on, then it can be associated with some mental health illnesses. What about the horror element? Well, the jump scares were there. and I think that was a bit scary. There was a tension built. I think it was quite imaginative and creative. I also felt, yeah, exactly like Alice in Wonderland. Oh my God, Chelsea, that is a very good one. It's like Alice in Wonderland went wrong, pretty much type of vibe to that film. So just a scary fantasy film, and I think that have they tried not to convince us that the characters in the film are normal, I think it would have been better in a way. I think it's you who's not normal. Can we just stop doing this? Like, honestly? No. I am not exaggerating. It's you who is you're exaggerating. Like, can you just